Hey, what's up, guys? Spinning Dude back here with another video, and today I'm going to be making another Your Bizarre Adventure tier list with the updated stands. So, from the last video, as you can see, the like to dislike ratio is pretty pitiful. Um, but on top of the fact that, after a new stand got added, I changed the name to outdated, and, shit. Everyone's just like, they just don't understand that it's outdated. I understand some of the here, let's look at the end. I understand that some of the things here are kind of like absurd. I mean, KCR deserves to be in D tier. It's honest trash. Like I would never use KCR. Um, some of the shit here was absurd, but it was these aren't for stands by themselves. These are their capabilities. So the reason like Aerosmith is like really high because by itself it's pretty bad, but like with pluck or any spec, it's pretty good. Like Pluck and Boxing Aerosmith, they're both really good. It was just their potential, not the stand itself. So today we've got the updated entire tier list, up until the Sea Moon update, and yeah. So let's start off with Base Killer Queen. I think, yeah, Base Killer Queen. I would put Base Killer Queen easily in B tier. KQ just destroys, honestly. Much like Bites the Dust, it has insane AoE because they're the same stand, but like it is basically Bites the Dust if you wanted to use it and you still had Requiem like capabilities, like you had a Requiem arrow and you had a pure Roka, like you were ready to Requiem, but if you wanted to keep base KQ, it would be fine because KQ gives you the capabilities to also put care into your spec skill tree and your human tree. Because KQ does it Bites the Dust does take a lot of skill points, so yeah. KQ is an easy B tier. Gold experience, S tier. It is a big take, but hear me out. First of all, the beatdown's insane. It is way better. It is way better than Aura Beatdown and the World's Road Roller Beatdown because, first of all, Aura Beatdown, technically it does more damage, but it's over a widespread amount of time to where you can literally just heal it out. Even with it's like you can't out heal it anymore unless you vamp, but at the same time, you can heal to the point where it just like nullifies the damage by like half of it. It's just too long. GE is beat down. It's unblockable. You can only parry it. Um, and it's just broken. Um, yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure they buffed its heal because if you get Hamon, right, it buffs your healing. But if you don't get Hamon defense, you can heal yourself for like 70, and you can heal Vamps for like 100 plus. I've tried it with my friends. It's really good. So GE is an easy S tier after the quote unquote rework, which was just a new move and a buff. Um, And yeah, its moves in general, it's like not a niche stand at all. It's really good, especially as an all-rounder. It's like a high tier all-rounder. Twal, but Twal as a stand itself isn't so good. Like, I don't know if I should put it in high C or low B. Anyways, in the last video, I could have definitely put Twal like way higher if Spin came out. But as of now, I'm just gonna put it on a lower B. Heroic Green, I don't know what happened to this stand. Like after Tusk came out, Heroic Green used to be really good, and it didn't change, but it just got one-upped by Tusk. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to leave it and see. It's not bad, but it's like in the balance of other stands, it's just not that high. So it's gonna have to be in C. Purple Haze, I put it in a D tier in the last video just because a hard counter to Purple Haze used to be Silver Chariot Requiem. Now SER's pilot sucks though. Even so, Purple Haze was really good back then. I just never fought any, and I was like kind of like dumb. Like I'm gonna admit some of the things that I said last time were like really trash. Like I was aware that Purple Haze was good. It was just not on the top of my mind during the video. So Purple Haze wasn't necessarily on the top of my mind when GER was like the meta. And yeah, I'm gonna have to put Purple Haze in. I wouldn't say S tier because it's not that good at 1v1ing, but for raid bossing, it is beautiful. Next up, Tusk Act 3. Alright. Bruh. Tusk Act 2. Tusk Act 1, 2, and 3, in my opinion, are all better than Act 4. Like, Act 4 literally just fucking sucks. And yeah, Tusk Act 2, it's like, once it gets to Act 3 is when it starts to shine. I'm gonna have to put Act 2 in, like, C, like, low C. The hand, they're nerfing the hand to the fucking ground. For some reason, putting a cooldown on the erasures in between. Like, if you use Erasure 1, there's going to be a cooldown on Erasure 2. Which, in my opinion, makes no sense at all. Like, the hand, it used to be good before Erasure 2 came out. I'm just going to put that out there. Because you couldn't parry Erasure. You just couldn't. The hand was good. And it only needed one Erasure. It was good when you were good at it. Like, a trash player could not use the hand. And Hamo just prevails on Vamp. Anyways, yeah, the hand, now that they're making it even worse than it is, like, at this point, it's not even, like, where you need skill for it to be good. It just fucking sucks. And I think it's just because people who don't know how to fucking parry or dodge are just complaining about getting one shot. And it's just a huge skill controversy. And, the hand, like, I'm gonna, I'm putting it at D. It fucking sucks. Magician's Red, it's self-explanatory. Like, it's really good. Only, like, it's good even if you're bad, but it's, like, really good when you're, like, a good player, because if you know to not just spam projectiles from a far range and just let them, like, dash it off just to deal small damage, you could combo with them and just keep them at a consistent, like, burning combo. But if you're, I'm gonna put it, an A. Definite A. Magician's Red is like Purple Haze, but with less AoE. Cream, D tier. It fucking sucks. All of its moves are readable. Literally, with max speed, you can outspeed the Void Surprise. What were they thinking? Silver Chariot, after the buff, man, like, it's alright, but, like, the buff, damn. I wouldn't gas it up too much, right? But Silver Chariot, it's really good. Like, it's really good. I'm gonna have to put it over KQ base. If it will let me, alright, yeah. It can basically infinite combo. Like, I wouldn't say infinite combo because of the cooldowns, obviously. Or maybe you could, I don't know. Maybe with, like, boxing moves, if you, like, time your stuns and your barrage, you could infinite combo, definitely. Yeah, it should be a low A, not a high B. Definitely low A. Mr. President, after the moves, it just got better, but, like, the moves are just super underwhelming, and they're just in the way of other shit. I know you can change your keybinds, but yeah, YBA is, like, has poor scripting with it, and it, like, doesn't make a difference if you move it out of the way of your specs. So I would just say Mr. President's like, like, it's like a high B. Don't get me wrong, if you're good at Mr. President, you could probably destroy, but it's just not that good. Like, the turtle mode, I don't know why they nerfed it. You literally can't attack during it. Like, what's the point of nerfing it? Like, it's literally meant to have insane defense, but you can't attack in it. You can barely even move. D4C base, I'm assuming. I can't really tell the difference between Love Train and base, but D4C base. D4C in general is just very skillless, which isn't a bad thing. Skillless means the stand is good because you don't need much to make the stand good. It's alright. I'd put it at a high C only because Love Train, like, D4C Love Train is, like, the move. Love Train fucking sucks. They, like, ruined it. They're giving it a new move, so I don't know what it'll be after, like, maybe later this month. But let's realize that Love Train also has, like, insane damage. So that's why I'm not just gonna put, like, D4C Love Train, like, oh yeah, this is right here, so I should put Love Train right above it. Like, no. Love Train's really good, but D4C's because of the stats. SCR, like, bro, why did they have to make it run? Like, honestly, it fucking sucks now. SCR easily used to be, like, one of the best raid bossers, but no, it just sucks. The run passive literally just makes it so they can just run away from you, which is, it defeats the point of the, it literally just makes it not canon. Like, just why? Yeah, Aerosmith, as a stand itself, it's pretty, like, it's not good as a stand itself. Without any damage buffs or any moves to support its stun, it just fucking sucks. Its moves aren't very sustainable themselves, so then again, it's not the worst ever. I'm gonna have to put it, like, shit. I'm gonna just put it over SCR, honestly. KCR, I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt and put it at high B. The only good moves on this are Box Genjutsu and Epitaph. I kid you not, every other move on this is either parryable or very readable and trash. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. It just has heavy attack for no reason. GER S tier. I'm debating on if it should be under or over GE because GE is just fucking it exceeds expectations by a shit ton. Like GE is just wow. Anyways, GER's counter really helps it be one of those stands where if you want to main a spec, you could just use GER for its RTZ counter and heal, and it's like you don't actually need the stand itself. Maybe you can use it for its barrage to like kind of defend yourself if you're getting barrage locked, but GR is just one of those stands now, and I really respect it. It's gonna stay at an S tier. Nothing has changed. Just for that reason, just because its counter is literally much better than C-Moon's, it might seem the same, but GER's is like way less buggy and stuff, and it also keeps them stunned for 5 whole seconds. While C-Moon, it depends on when they hit you and stuff like that. Like because if they hit you right as you use the counter, you'll have less time to react because you're still in the animation. The GER, as soon as you hit them, it's over basically. Tusk Act 4. Let's not talk about this. They fucking ruined like a decent stand. Like they nerfed a decent stand. They removed its time stop movement. Like what? Why? Just time stop isn't even that good right now. But it's whatever. Tusk Act 3. A tier. Best projectile stand in the game. I have nothing else to say. It is the best projectile stand in the game. It's Tusk Act 4, but with more projectiles. And the only good thing about Act 4 was the projectiles. So less points, more projectiles, more damage. It's just better. It's as simple as that. Um, yeah, I'm gonna put Tusk Act 3 in S tier. Love Train, you know, it's not as good as it used to be compared to every other stand. It's still as good as it used to be, but compared to other stuff, it can't really compete. Then again, it is really good, right? It is really good. So I'm keeping it an A. I'm not even giving it the benefit of the doubt. Like I'm keeping it at a B. Like it is actually just a good stand, but it's not the best. Base Star Platinum. Mm, in my opinion, I think this is just as good as Star Plat the World, but Star Plat the World's kick barrage is just 10 times better. Um, there's not much to say about this stand that besides that it can literally just heavy punch and barrage and TS. KC better than KCR. I'm just gonna put that out there. Impale is beautiful. They did nerf it, but it doesn't affect the 1v1s. The person that you use it on doesn't have exposure frames, which is fine because it still gives you the iframes. It doesn't really affect you in 1v1s, but in teams it's a bit worse, but who really cares? It still ragdolls them, right? Star Plat the World, I would put it under GE, GER, and Tuskak 3, only because it's really readable and you could just parry about any move, except for like the kick barrage and regular barrage, because you can't parry them. Um, yeah, it's just readable. It's really good for its instant TS now that TS got like nerfed, because despite how trash TS is now, it's still TS, and other stands need to rage to use them and stuff. And as soon as you rage, the enemy knows to be on guard with your TSing, so they could just get ready to cancel it out immediately. Star Plat the World, you never know when they're gonna TS. Usually, you might like depending on the player's playstyle, but it's an instant TS. You know what I mean? So what is this? Oh, it's Beach Boy. I was like, what is this? Beach Boy, yeah. Beach Boy has just always been good. They nerfed it a couple of times. Most of its moves are blockable now, but as long as you know what you're doing, Beach Boy is still insane. It does massive bleed. It has range, close range, and mid range, so it's really OP. Bleed, and it's just an all rounder. The only bad thing about it is that it can't barrage or get out of them, but who really needs that when you can just one combo people? You know what I mean? Sticky Fingers, D tier. All of its moves are really readable, just like Star Plat the Worlds. They're other, they're, but the cases with Sticky Fingers, it's not that they're parryable. Like it does have parryable moves, but it's that like some of them are blockable completely. Sticky Fingers used to be a really common, insane S tier, right? And now it's just a really common D tier. Like I don't know what to say about it. Anyways, White Snake, right? White Snake is horrible, but it is so like if you know how to infinite combo with it, I can definitely make it. Somebody out there can definitely make it the best stand in the game. I kid you not, they could. My friend has actually they learned how to do infinite combos with boxing, or no, not even with boxing, just regular Whitesnake. But with boxing, you can make the infinite combo a bit easier. So Whitesnake is definitely up there. I wouldn't put it over Star Plat, but it's all skill based, right? So let's just say you're all good players. So let's just put it up there, right next to Star Plat. White Album. In the last video, as you can see, I put all the stands that are like relatively high slash mid tier, all low. White Album. I did not know how good White Album could be with Boxing Vamp. Alright, so right. Boxing Vamp may be worse now, but then again, they did change the ice move. It is easy to read, but with White Album being really fast and slowing you, blocking isn't usually the first instinct. It's usually trying to get out of their range of Gently Weeps, right? So let's just, White Album is up there, bro. Like Boxing Vamp White Album is just unkillable. um, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking, bro. Scary Monsters D tier. It's so readable and trash. Its bite move is like only good in like the smallest situations. Like it's a good move, but first of all, it's not. You can't even chain it after a barrage. They're too close to you. It's just the hitboxes don't even correspond with each other. It's like after barraging, you have to back up, expect them not to fucking dodge, and just like bite them. And then again, bite is also parryable as well. I mean, it's a high risk, high reward thing, but it's like not even like it's a high reward, right? But it's like not worth the risk. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be a high reward, but it's just not worth it. Um, Bites the Dust KQ. Ooh, I'm gonna. It's up there. It's up there. Bites the Dust KQ. It's really good. The only bad thing about it is that it really isn't friendly with other skill trees. It's really expensive, is what I'm trying to say. Um, it it has a lot to offer for itself, but it's just too greedy. But that's why it's not like all the way up here. Like it's worse than Star Plat the World, even though it also has a greedy skill tree. But Star Plat the World can fit some stuff in. KQ can too, but it's also like you have to risk some stuff from the KQ skill tree that are really good. So it's S tier, all right. It's S tier. Crazy Diamond, Spin Crazy Diamond is insane. It Crazy Diamond itself is really good, but the thing is like they nerfed it where it can like basically only punch twice during rage, but at least they made it so it only range when you hit them, right? So that's chilling. Um, so yeah, I think I'm gonna have to put it like below Whitesnake, but above D4C, cause like it's not as outclassed as D4C, cause there's not like a perma healer like Crazy Diamond that can also do heavy damage. I mean, there's GE, but it can't perma heal, right? It can heal for a lot, but at a cost of time. Crazy Diamond can heal anything as fast as it wants, basically. Hermit Purple, I I don't know what to say, bro. Um, it's really bad. The only move this fucking it has one combo. The stand has one combo, which is really sad. There's like even with different specs, it's always gonna be the same combo, and that combo is parryable. Like as long as you block in the small frame that you have to, you don't have to time your parry. It's like as long as you block in the opportunity that the game gives you when you're not stunned, you insta parry them. And if the user is kind of smart, like they'll like if they're smart, right? They won't do the combo to where you can just insta parry. But even if you don't do that, you're still fucked because then they can just dash away. There's no extra stun frames after the moment they can parry it, which sucks. Six Pistols, it's so trash. Like why did you make it blockable? It is literally, it's so bad. There's the only way you can ever get somebody is by going close range, heavy punching them while they're blocking. You can't even like, and using the fucking bullet barrage. It sucks. That's the only damage you can ever get in, and it doesn't even work with spin anymore. Because guess what? Spin is also now, it's also now blockable. The entire spin, the entire spin Sex Pistols meta, it was just ruined. It sucks. All right. The world, I would put it next to Twao, like right over it, because I like kick barrage over the gun, right? But that beatdown though, like I said with GE, um, the world's road roller beatdown, it is faster. It does less damage than Star Platinum the world, like in a total, but it does it in a smaller amount of time, so you don't give them time to like heal it out and like kind of fucking nullify the damage that's been done, which is why the world is definitely. I don't want to put it over Purple Haze because Purple Haze would probably slap Other World in a 1v1, even with TS, because TS sucks. But the world can also kind of raid boss with Road Roller, because it has TS, it has range, and it also has a beatdown that's giant AoE. Uh, well, if I'm going to put it over Purple Haze, I got to put it all the way over Crazy Diamond. Because the world can't infinite combo like White Snake, but it also can raid boss and shit. Nah, I'm putting it under Crazy Diamond, but it's definitely over Love Train. Like, definitely, Love Train sucks, but compared to like the other stuff, it's good. But like, you know what I mean. Tusk Act 1, it 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 has more project, like the same reason why I like Act 3 over Act 4. Like, it was easy, like in 1v1s, not like a team war, like, or no, like genuinely fucking destroyed them, and that was before I had spin. They had spin everything, bruh. I It was just so easy. Like, Tusk Act 1, 2, and 3 are much better than Act 4. Actually, why is Hierophant Green over Tusk? Like, Hierophant Green is literally just a worse version. And why the fuck is D4C over those two? Okay. That's a better version of C tier. C Moon, I'm not putting it in S. C Moon is good, but the cooldowns, like, you can't just overwhelm them the way you used to be able to after they basically, like, fucking doubled the cooldowns. Um, like, it's good, but your opponent has to be really bad at the game, or you just have to be really good at reading their block movements, I guess, or their block patterns. What movements? What? Um, Seamoon, like, and all of its stuff is either blockable or easy to parry. Seamoon, it's like, it's good, right? But it's not good enough. I definitely think Seamoon deserves a buff. Like, I'm only keeping Seamoon because of MIH, and it's gonna get released in at least within 11 days, because they said they were gonna release MIH this month. Let's do some refining, and I'll cut back to the video when I arrange each of the tier lists, because they kind of look sloppy. I'm gonna put them each in the orders, all right, like in a better order. All right, guys, I'm back. I just did some. I kind of did some reshaping and stuff, and I think this makes the most sense. Yeah, I I honestly think this tier list makes a lot of sense, despite that. I guess the normal person wouldn't understand why Act 3 is better than Act 4, because you would think it get better every time, which it does until Act 4. Act 4 is just worse than Act 1, but like, if you watch the video, because I feel like some people in this last video, they just did not like. And yeah, I realized a trend on how people don't actually like kind of watch my video. I can tell because they're just commenting. Like, 2 weeks ago, somebody commented. Let's see if I can find it. Or yeah, 3 weeks ago. Like, people are just commenting really recently, right? This is incredibly inaccurate. Yeah, I wonder why. It totally doesn't say outdated, but it's whatever. I'll just let them have it because I'm not trying to, shoo them away. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Please sub if you like the content. You don't got to. I'm just asking, like, the subscribe button is there if you want to click it. Uh, this time, instead of, for the people who like commented negatively on the last video, I understand, like, my tier list was kind of bad, but like some of it made sense too. I actually like worked hard on it. Instead of commenting negatively, can you just give feedback? Cause like, who does it help when you're just gonna like be very negative and annoying in the comments? Like, the guy I just saw that commented a week ago, this is incredibly inaccurate, right? I'm just gonna like his comment because you know what, he probably thought he was all that when he said that. Anyways, this is incredibly inaccurate, right? Explain why. You could say annoying shit like that as long as you like, you know, back yourself up. If you're just gonna be a dickhead and just be like this, then it's whatever, bro. Anyways, yeah. If you want to skip to the end, here's the end. I don't even care. If you want to just look at the tier list, even skipping my explanation, go ahead and just fucking comment bad shit. Anyways, for the people who gave positive comments around the time when it was actually valid, because I can scroll down, people gave positive comments towards like what a long time ago. Like, what is this? People are just please help me. I'm a new. You know, I'm not even gonna find it. But people were being positive, right? And I was liking it, right? Some people I wouldn't say they're positive comments, but they were giving no, they were positive comments because they were giving feedback. They were saying like maybe you can fix this, right? And I followed it, right? So you can see the difference between the tier lists, and you can compare it if you want. Anyways, yeah. Peace.